Most people aren't living, they're just reacting to the reality that confronts them. They're stuck in these cycles that they don't even realize that they're in. They're not watching or questioning their reality, really. They're just drifting from urge to urge, from habit to habit. But if you're truly interested in this question of waking up, you need to stalk the self. Now, stalking the self isn't just mindfulness or a kind of light meditation. What I'm describing is a form of relentless self-observation. The stalk the self means to watch with intensity all of your thoughts, your energy, your reactions, your impulses. You're becoming ultimately a kind of hunter of your own unconsciousness. I want you to ask yourself really, how does your mind react when you're criticized? What do you reach for when you feel bored, when you feel exhausted, fatigued? Where does your energy dip throughout the day? Where do you abandon yourself without even realizing? Now, of course, this practice is uncomfortable because it demands truth. And most people would rather stay distracted than face truth. Now, why must we stalk the self? Because the alternative is sleepwalking through life, unaware of what you're doing, unaware of why you're doing the things that you're doing, trapped really in reactivity, ruled by emotion, unable to pause, redirect, or reflect. Let's say you're angry, for instance, and you lash out. That action, that damage, it didn't come from your anger. It came from your inability to watch your anger. When we don't pause, when we don't stalk the self, our reactions become us. They hijack the will by which we steer the self. Yet when we observe, when we truly observe, we regain power and we stop being mere passengers in our own psychology. Change starts with seeing. You can't break a habit that you haven't witnessed. You can't heal a wound that you won't acknowledge. So yes, stalking the self takes courage, because sometimes what you will see will disturb you. You may see your pettiness, your addictions, your falsehoods, your pain. But what is worse really? Seeing it or letting it rot you in the dark? You see, unconsciousness is a breeding ground for all the things that you say you want to overcome. If you bring awareness to it, you bring light. When you bring light, you open the possibility of evolution. Stalking the self is not new, it's ancient. It is ultimately this shamanic path of transformation. The seers, the mystics, they all knew that to see yourself clearly is to be born again. Because once you've seen the truth, you can't unsee it. You can only move forward. The next time you feel that sort of itch of addiction, the tightening or frustration, that sort of restless urge to do, don't react. Watch it intensely. Trace it back. Ask the why questions that you've been avoiding for years. Because once you start and learn to stalk yourself, you begin to free yourself and you give yourself the chance to finally evolve.